Alright, we should be audible to the rest of the internet now.
Excellent. Yeah, and I see a decent pile of folks who are already here.
Alright, folks, let me jump over to the gaming stream layout, and we will go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn the audio on for God Hand. And it might take a second for it to show up. There we go. Alright, let's get this thing loaded up, and then we will go ahead and kick things off for today.
Yeah, let's party.
See folks in the chat like Kiwi, Sour Lad, Mr. Dirtbones. If you guys could let Matt and I know if we need to tweak audio settings as we get started. Normally, I don't worry about it, but it's been so long since we did this last. I want to make sure all of you guys can hear both of us and hear the game audio.
Yeah, gotta make sure there's a little bit of everything. I'll do a quick test of my end as well. Yeah, it seems to be sounding alright. Just refresh to catch myself up because mine's lagging like by a good chunk of a second.
Hopefully the new resolution settings aren't causing a bigger lag, but I guess we'll find out if there's a kind of a big disconnect from what I'm seeing and you're seeing from just based on your responses.
I'll see what happens because I think most of it right there was just the fact that I had to swap internet connections because my wired connection was lagging super bad. So,
Gotcha. Real quick before we get started, I told Wazzy the other day that I was playing through the normal save on the arena again, just to kind of get the rust off so I don't get completely mutilated on today's stream. And I beat the arena.
Oh.
Up to...
Well, there you go.
All the way through fight 50.
Oh, not bad. Fight 50? Like, that's a pain in the ass fight on a good day. Like...
Hey Bits, thanks for the follow. I see the notification is working, but I need to kind of lean over to see since the text is smaller on my other monitor, but thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thanks for the follow, Bits.
Before we load up, the reason why I wanted to mention the arena, Matt, is because I forgot there's a fight 51.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you can beat Devil Hand, who's fight 50, your fight 51 is... Right. Have you seen it?
If I remember correctly, it's True God Hand Gene.
Yep. It's two God Hand Arms Gene with a gigantic health pool and a completely different move set than Devil Hand.
Yeah, and it's like it's just an absolutely bonkers fight. Like it is why, if I remember correctly, that's like one of the, like, beating that on hard is a true trial, like in every sense of the word.
Yeah, I did that for about half an hour until my eyes almost fell out. It's ridiculously difficult.
Oh yeah, it's difficult on normal, let alone hard.
Hey, I see Mr. Dirtbones and Pink followed. Thanks, folks.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, Pink is in here saying, good for you for switching to Twitch. Bits is just lurking at this point in time because they're 100% at work. Well, as he's saying, stop talking, start dying.
If you insist.
I mean, go for it. And she was also pointing out that now you can use Wazzy emotes like God intended.
Yep, until I can get my own, we will rely on the established emotes from other more successful streamers and creators.
Hey, you'll get there. It's all in due time. That's the trick. It's just more a matter of keeping at it.
Oh yeah, it's a grind. I'm just doing kind of laps here, and while I'm looking at the stream readout, I can't see if there's any issues with stuttering, but I can see that it looks a little bit sharper.
I'm not seeing any drop frames on my end either.
Yeah, well, that's good. Oh, and folks that are tuning in, and Matt included, I am going to be attempting to remember to use something new that I made specifically for God Hand. And Matt, if you're watching with just video, you probably can't hear it. But you've already seen this. Every time a demon kills me, I'm going to use this. Sad trombone and a grinning green, of course. The stupid sword demon's heads will taunt me. We're going to see that a lot.
Yeah, I made sure to turn on the stream audio just so I could rehear that trombone.
Okay, so to recap where we left off for last time, we took out the Stooges. In fact, the room we were fighting them in is over here, and Felix plowed through, and you have a Felix-shaped hole here, because, of course. And we're headed to the cliff ahead. Our goal is to get through this section and beyond. Unfortunately, because the Stooges fight was so difficult, I have no health.
No
2
health.
orbs.
You have a couple orbs, so you have a little bit of resource to work with.
And now we have puzzles. Because God Hand is kind of cheeky like that, these rocks say it's hard. They know. What you do is you punch these or kick them to move them. And the puzzle, in quotes, is just getting the stones on these little plate things. And that is the extent of the puzzles in God Hand.
Yeah, it's a puzzle with, like, the biggest quotes around them that you could possibly put. Like, it's...
And apropos of this game, you solve it by punching things.
Well, yeah, like, you solve all your problems with punching in this game. And the occasional kick. And Bugsy's saying it's basically Zelda. I mean, Link actually pushes things, though, so... Like, at no point do you grip that rock. You just slap it a whole lot.
What they need to do is create a mod for God Hand that swaps Gene's lines for Link grunts and yells. That would be perfect.
Okay, that'd be great. I guarantee someone has modded God Hand in one way, shape, or form. It had to have happened.
Hey, Ramen follow.
What's up, Ramen?
What's up, man? Thanks for the follow. Oh boy. Alright, so our first encounter with enemies is 3.
Yeah, big knifeman. Yeah, I have a feeling you're gonna have a real hard time getting just one of them. You might just want a La Bamba.
Yeah, let's see if we can test aggro range here. At least from the side.
It doesn't work too.
I think you might be right. Yep. Alright. And at La Bamba if they didn't do flying attacks from across the screen. So we'll
there you go.
We'll get in their faces and we'll blow them up instead.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a delay between what I'm seeing and what you're seeing, but that's not a bad thing. You can work with that.
Okay. That's
hey,
fine.
You're back with full health, and the rocks are already there, so that saves you some time.
All right, let's try that again. One thing of note, as we proceed further in the game, the earlier level roulette moves are going to do less damage as the mooks get more health, which is why it'll be important to upgrade them with things that we pick up or buy. But let's see, we might be able to reset. Yeah, okay, they do have a maximum range.
You reset. Yeah, so it's just more a matter of a lot of retreating, and man, I always forget that guy's friggin' flying headbutt move does
like 50%. About 50%.
Yeah. No small potatoes.
Boy.
Oh, yay. Look at that.
Actually, I could use the Berserk card if I can get close enough to it. Get over here, sucker.
Yeah, let's get right in. Yeah, there we go. You get him cornered.
Call prompt? Alright, that works.
Awesome.
I was gonna say, we're gonna use the run ended that early? Potentially, yes.
Yeah, that would be, Then again, when it comes to God Hand, you seem to have that kind of luck where it's, you get to use new resources and get to,
Boring shit.
you get good material real quick.
It's remarkable how, at least when I play God Hand, unlike any other game, with the exception of maybe fighting games, this one requires that I warm up.
Yeah, this one's very much it's like, I would argue this is very much a side-scrolling beat 'em up, just with significantly more depth, and not just the third dimension. Like, it's the depth of the combo creation, as well as the fact that the AI is particularly good
Right.
when it comes to fighting in this game.
SCAW64 follow. Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for following, A-Dub.
Basically, if we just get the entirety of Wazi's follower community to follow, then I'll hit affiliate in no time.
Oh yeah, you'll get affiliate in no time. You're like I said, it's all in due time.
Okay, we're scaling the cliff now, and we basically get waves.
You waves as you scale.
Yep.
The only downside is I don't believe each spot counts as a checkpoint, so.
No, and one thing I can test is if I head back down and basically get out of range, if they all reset or if they keep coming after me.
Oh, that guy came after you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there they are.
Let's see. It's the lady with the whip that I'm...
Yeah, it's very much the whip is the problem, not the fact that, like, honestly, I would argue that of almost any of the weaponized characters. Like, heck, I still remember there's the one hammer dude that was just giving you so much trouble last time.
Yeah, it's okay, so they will track to your position. So the name of the game here is take them out instantly.
Yeah. As soon as possible. And I find it funny that the first three, you couldn't kite them the whole way over, but those two you could kite all the way to the entrance.
Yeah, so it seems like when the game spawns enemies in versus ones that are on the map already, the ones that spawn in through either hitting a checkpoint or walking past a certain point in the screen, those seem to always track to your position versus the ones that are set and kind of stuck on the map like these three.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, it's just like, it's that pre-existing.
Yeah, which I guess they kind of knew that people would try and exploit the pathing as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, in a game like this, like, exploiting pathing is a very valid and reasonable strategy to prevent, well, stuff like that, like getting slammed twice and...
Oh, you know, crowd control.
Yeah,
Crowd control or die.
Well, the game's already telling you to die, so you might as well, you know.
Ouch.
There are points where you can just feel like, dang it, you can do what the game asks. Let's see, A-Dub's asking if you've listened to Ginger Root.
Ginger Root. I have not.
Yeah.
In fact, I've never even heard of that artist. What kind of music, I wonder.
Yeah. And Sarlad's asking if you would eat cereal in a large mug. I mean...
Isn't that just a bowl with a handle?
Yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't.
We're gonna have the milk before cereal argument here again.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't here for that argument, but I would... Yeah, like, no, milk before cereal is just not the right way to do it.
I agree. Aw, come on.
I don't know anyone who does milk first.
I'm pretty sure
I
this is
can't
not
think of
this is not a scripted demon.
Oh yeah, that is not a scripted one.
And I don't have a berserk card this time, so just got to do it.
On the plus side, you don't have to worry about the other two.
Oof. Yeah, as long as I don't get within range of their aggro.
Yeah. And it should be relatively easy to, or relatively non-difficult to stay on this side of the gap.
Whew.
There's freaking claw demon.
When I was doing the arena fights, okay. Run it.
Dang it. Let's see.
It's one, folks.
Alas.
One of the arena fights. I don't know if you got that far when you were
Wazzy
playing.
was here. Raku's a loser.
Yeah. Wazzy absolutely just stole my mic and...
That was confusing
Yep.
because your
it's weird to
avatar
hear-
lit up and then her voice came out.
Yeah, like I'm not that good of a voice actor. Like I can do impressions, but that's well beyond my skill.
Ooh boy. What I was saying about the arena is one of the arena fights is every single demon you encounter in a row, and there's 4 different types. Depending on how far you got, you may not have seen the final super demons, but that arena fight is not fun because they don't give you a lot of tools, and I believe it's default level die. You fight them back to back in the wrestling ring.
Yeah, like I think the only thing that's a saver on that is that it's back to back and not at the same time.
Oh yeah, I don't think the game can support that.
You're probably right, actually. Now that I think about that, because I've never had more than one demon spawn at once.
I think it treats them like an instance rather than just a regular enemy because it changes the way the entire game operates. Like you get the vignetting and then the enemies, like they have that weird demonic look about them, and it stays until the demon dies or you die.
Yeah.
If there was a way to have multiple demons on screen, that'd be the most sadistic thing in this game.
Well, God Hand remastered.
Oops, all demons.
Also, Pink noticed the booby card. Yeah, it makes your hand stronger.
Fills Gene with motivation. Ah.
Motivation to use his hand incredibly well. Oh, really? Oh my God, this game.
I didn't even see what oh no. Alright. It's a green one.
Oh, jeepers. That and,
Actually, I keep
and they did get the band Ginger Root. They're a new age city pop, or as he puts it, aggressive elevator soul.
Oh, okay, are they a Japanese artist? Oh, that's a question directly to A-Dub.
They're actually based out of California.
Okay. Oh, I was trying to throw Chain Yanker there. Run it. I will check that out because I do like City Pop.
Yeah. I might too. I rather enjoy Soul every once in a while, so.
Okay, I got a little bit too close with the Labama there.
Oh yeah.
I might have screwed myself.
You got really too close.
I'm gonna have to look at my roulette list and see if we picked up anything that'll crowd clear better. I can't remember from our last session.
Yeah, crowd control, even just like a slightly better AoE stun, because like when it comes to AoE or like crowd control in this, it's not necessarily the damage that you're worried about.
Yeah, the launch effect and overall kind of collateral damage is a factor. Let me take care of this guy.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at the list.
And now Sour Lad's trying to get into a conversation saying, well, enough about milk first or cereal first. Let's rank best cereal.
Ooh, best cereal.
Pink is saying French Toast Crunch. Wazzy is saying Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well, that's a really tough one to rank highest, but comparing those two, I do think Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good, but French Toast Crunch edges it out. Just those two in comparison to me.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah, I can
super
agree with that.
sweet though. Like you eat a bowl of that and it feels like someone just poured syrup directly into your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we upgraded to Kung Fu Samba for Man to Man. Daisy Cutter's Launch. We picked that up from saving the one dude. We don't have
Oh, I remember that one, yeah.
an upgraded Splash. That's La Bamba. There is a La Bamba 2 later, but I believe
Mm-hmm.
might be Typhoon Kick. I don't remember.
Yeah, that sounds right. Also, Wazzy saying tricks, but only the American kind. Because there is a difference between American and Canadian tricks.
Oh yeah? What's the difference?
Due to food standards in Canada, there's a specific dye. I forget which one. I want to say it's the red dye that is in American tricks is actually illegal to use in food in Canada.
Ah.
And between that and tricks in the States is significantly sugarier than up here.
Yeah, I believe that. Well, for the sake of the discussion, Matt, if you were to call out your favorite cereal while I think about mine, what would you say is your top of your list?
I have a very soft spot for Reese's Puffs.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Sourlet saying low tier for me is Frosted Mini Wheats. For me, it really depends on the mood, but yeah, I'd put that one at a mid tier because, like, if I'm really in the mood for Mini Wheats, like, there's nothing better.
Yeah. All right. This is not ideal.
No, low tier's cornflakes, like, just plain boring cornflakes. That is F tier. That is lowest possible tier.
Okay. I agree. I absolutely agree. I'm just looking at the waves here. So we get up there, we get Whip Lady 1, then Punk number 2, then Whip Lady number 2.
Okay, that's
All right, I got to think about how to strategize that.
oh sorry. Let's say in the Fruit Loops cereal straws. I forgot those existed.
Fruit Loops cereal straws.
Yeah, where it's like it's a straw made out of Fruit Loops, and then the inside is like a thin layer of, I believe it's just a thin layer of basically just sugar or like icing.
I don't think I've ever seen that product. Sounds novel. Uh-oh. I was really hoping to get the pop there.
It's good with the glossy milk. He was
That guy?
asking Cheerios, but like, there's so many different kinds of Cheerios now. You can't just say Cheerios.
Yeah, like, well, maybe they're talking about the base Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios aren't bad. Wouldn't be my first choice, but not terrible.
I actually really like multigrain Cheerios because there is like a slightly different like feel to them, and they're like slightly sugared.
Okay, that's actually really tough. I'm still thinking about what I'd put at the top of my list for cereal because I never eat cereal. I'm kind of inclined to say French Toast Crunch, like Pink. I do like Captain Crunch Crunch Berries and the peanut butter ones, but the texture kind of tends to destroy your mouth. Ah, Jesus.
Like, well, it sounds like you might have a new list for a Raku Rank stream then.
Run it. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't think I've done cereal. Surely there's no controversial opinions to have there.
I think only controversial is A, if you put milk before cereal, which we've already determined you don't. So no controversy there. And I
Whoops.
I can't think of anything else outside of that, other than like if there's like a weird flavored cereal, or like if you had specific opinions about like Lucky Charms marshmallows. Like how Pink just said, I love the way the Lucky Charms marshmallows feel on my teeth.
I'm surprised they didn't do like an Oops All Marshmallows versions of that, because they know why people get the cereal, right?
I believe I believe at least somewhere in the States does offer sale of just marshmallows, of like of just Lucky Charms marshmallows.
But as far as like a commercial, like was it Kellogg's or General Mills or whatever it is, they never did an actual branded version of the product that's just marshmallows, right?
Yeah, I don't think they did. Well, I was just saying Captain Crunch rules. See, that's where I disagree with her, because Captain Crunch scratches up the top of my mouth and I don't like it.
Yeah. But I feel like the regular version, the yellow Captain Crunch things, are the ones that do that more than the Crunch Berries. So if you're eating the Crunch Berries, to me, you get a little bit less of the shredding, and I like the taste of the Crunch Berries better.
Yeah.
Oops All Berries. I do like that.
Oops All Berries is good. I don't like corn pops, but that's a personal thing. That's not because of the flavor. I personally, like, it's when I was a kid, I was eating corn pops and I lost a tooth while eating one of my molars, and I thought it's about the same size as a corn pop, and I thought I swallowed my tooth.
Yo, God.
And
Bring it on.
corn pops, because that's a thing.
That's understandable. Here's a question, because, again, I don't know what they have on the shelves in Canada, but have you ever seen that cereal? I think it's Kellogg's. It's called Crave.
Yes, I have seen that. Yeah,
It's not that good. I tried it once.
doesn't look great.
It looked like little like pillow things with like a chocolate filling. It's not good.
Yeah. So, one cereal that you definitely don't, and that's Tim Hortons Timbits cereal.
That is a factual statement. I have never seen that product here.
Yeah.
What
I'd
is
be
it?
surprised if you did.
Yeah, like
Essentially, it's like little ball cereal. It tastes incredibly like Timbits donuts. Donut holes would probably be a better way for American folks to understand what I'm talking about.
interesting.
Or I don't know what Duncan called them. I think it was like Dunkin' Dots. It was essentially, and there was birthday cake and chocolate flavored ones.
Seems decent.
Yeah, the birthday cake ones tasted a lot like birthday cake Timbits, but because of that, they were like aggressively too sweet.
Okay, point of learning here. The wave instance won't trigger when you're not up on the second platform.
Okay.
Let's see if it works again. If I peace out and kite this guy down, since he'll track to my location, if it doesn't trigger the second whip lady. That would be the programmer strat for this.
Yeah, so you can spawn one at a time.
Yep. I didn't even think to do that.
That is genius. So that if done correctly, you could theoretically... The only time you have to fight more than one at a time is if you do a poor aggro on the two at the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
Takes longer, but you're not going for speed runs here, so
Oh, no.
who cares?
There you are. So we'll see if this is the last wave. Ooh, she almost grabbed me. Can't remember if we've seen the grab move the ladies do. Oh, yep, there's another one.
Oh, Kiwi with the facts. A Munchkin is a Dunkin' Donuts donut hole.
Oh. Demon Song? Ah.
I don't know. I've only read Dunkin's, I think, twice in my life. So,
People swear by their coffee, actually, more so than their... Oh, whoa. Just kidding. See that guy there?
yeah. And the downside... The only downside I would say is I don't drink coffee, so I can't rate that.
Ah. I'm in the same boat. I don't drink coffee either. Do you guys
Yeah, if
have
I'm gonna
Krispy
get
Kreme?
caffeine- Krispy Kreme, we did. We did have one in our city total. We got shut down for health violations.
Oh.
Not because of the food, but because they just weren't taking care of the restaurant. But no, it was like it was definitely a big novelty thing.
I feel like Krispy Kremes are a bit overrated.
Yeah, they're okay. They're like almost, they're just a little bit too sweet. And this is coming from someone who has a ridiculous sweet tooth.
Face store. I remember in my area, it was quite literally decades ago, a Krispy Kreme opened in my hometown. And I think it might have been the first one in the state that I live in. And it was a big deal, right? Everyone's like, oh yeah, we're finally getting the famous brand of donuts. And we tried them and it was good. But I'm pretty sure it made my entire hometown fatter by a noticeable percentage. And they open it like 4 in the morning for the business commutes that want to take, donuts into work and all that.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, we're coming up on a boss fight.
I definitely can't say the same for that. I know one American brand that we got here maybe in like the last decade or so was IHOP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we now have 2 IHOPs in our city. But we didn't for the longest time, and the only time I'd ever been to one was in Los Angeles.
There's no point in going to an IHOP if it's not like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, same idea as Denny's. Like, you don't go to Denny's for a midday meal. You go it's 2:30. You're hungover, and you need a pancake.
Yep, it's part of the ambiance? Question mark.
Yeah. Some of my fondest memories of Denny's are at 3 in the morning, going to a convention out of town, and there's a Denny's across the street from the convention hall.
That's a good place for it.
Oh yeah.
All right, I forgot we were that close to another boss fight.
Oh shoot, yeah, we're already on Elvis.
Elvis the sequel. Before we do that, let's see if I can buy anything to potentially help myself out. If not, then it's going to open after I get through that fight. I don't even remember what we had in text. Doesn't look like there's much there. Got roulette. Yep.
Because yeah.
Nope. All right. We'll have to come back after.
That's one thing that like this game both does and doesn't space out its buying of power-ups. Well, is the best way I can put that. Like spaces out at the end of each part, basically.
Yeah,
They're
by
very rare.
by chapter versus by level in chapter.
Yeah. I don't know if they ever made a God of Hand 2 or a remastered. That's something like they could fix.
Or they just take power-ups away and don't have them.
That too, yeah. Platinum, if you can hear me, if you're somehow watching this stream, you can have that idea for free.
Speaking of Platinum, I was thinking about this the other day, about kind of like the legacy of titles beyond just the big ones they're known for, like Bayonetta. What I really want, and people have been bugging Kamiya online about it, I really want a PC re-release of Anarchy Reigns.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
It was like a sequel to Mad World, the Wii game.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember Mad World, yeah.
Yeah, it was super stylized and fun. Oh, we got another cutscene. We'll talk about Anarchy Reigns in a sec.
Why the hell are we doing this again? Sweet! Coño. Will you treat the bodies with some respect?
Hey, big guy. Sounds like you're in a jam. Now you're gonna have to bury me yourself.
The These gravestones aren't yours, cabron. I want you alive.
Shouldn't you be digging your own grave now, big guy?
All right, it's go time.
And Elvis, you're the
Elvis does demonstrate kind of a sense of honor for a demon.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, you can tell he's having fun with this too. It's not like this isn't just a job for him.
Yeah. I think it's pretty fun. So to kind of break down this particular fight, and I don't think it's time-based, I'm gonna hang out up here and make sure. We're in a graveyard arena of sorts. And these are breakable, but you can't be picked up and tossed. And they drop you in with two skinny mooks to start. And Elvis is in the back just kind of hanging out while you deal with these suckers.
Yeah, he's enjoying the show. I mean, essentially, you're just partying out.
Because we were so busy with his boss fight last time, I don't think we talked about his theme.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who it was in chat. Someone mentioned it, and I saw it later. But this kind of dance theme you have playing in the back is like Elvis impersonator samples. Someone going like, oh, do, 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 do. Oh,
Yeah.
mama. And it sounds like Johnny Bravo. I think that was the comment.
Yeah.
Because, of course, for something like God Hand, which has such an eclectic soundtrack. Alright. Move-wise, Elvis is more or less the same, but he's got some projectile-based tricks with his cigar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so far, yeah, he hasn't done the ground pound yet. So.
And you will see as I'm fighting, his portrait and his body will kind of flicker in and out. I think that's intentional, kind of like showing that he's a demon, even though he doesn't have another form in this particular fight.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can get lucky with drops. Nope.
Yes. Hope for some good health. Oh, yay. A whole shiny penny.
Oh, not good pulls.
Oh, these are really bad pulls. Oh, my God.
Nothing or change. Okay. Gonna need to start off a little bit better. I came in here with no resources.
Yeah. So, yeah, essentially, yeah, this reset's almost like almost a must-need.
Yeah, got full meter. Oh, I had... Did I get an orb somewhere? It gave me one when I restarted, I think, because I was empty before I died, wasn't I?
Yeah, I thought you were.
Huh. That's...
A pity orb.
I'll take it. They're gonna give me absolutely jack squat for drops. I'll take a pity orb.
It's hard to complain.
Okay, it's one.
Luckily, these knife dudes are pretty predictable with their movesets, so...
Yeah, I think this is almost like a intentional thing to get you meter. They really wanted to punish you. They'd have Elvis jumping in and out while you're trying to take out his lackeys.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and there's a lot of games that will do that, where it's just a matter of they give you a couple relatively easy mooks to just give you that little bit of resource that you normally would get from fighting a dude.
Alright, of note, when Elvis does his flying headbutt, because this is a bit bigger room than the room you fight him in the first time, he can fly across and then rebound off the walls and hit you from behind with that flying headbutt. And he does it super quick. And that's how he killed me. While he says, "Are you cheating? Did you just restart the fight?" Yes, and I regret nothing. Oh, that's a good drop.
It's hard to get better than that drop.
Alright. I think I'll throw hand first. Empty out my bar, grab the Berserk card, try and refill my meter.
Yeah. Yeah, we were also talking about like different platinum games. Did you ever play Vanquish?
That is one that I have not played that's from kind of close to this era.
Close-ish. It was a 360 title.
Yeah, a
like,
little bit.
relatively early.
A little bit after. But that is one I want to try at some point.
Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. Very, very fast movement and almost a less silly story than this, but pretty close up.
Okay, I forgot he can do the stomp, even though you have the Berserk mode on. It's actually good to remember. You can still take damage, you just can't be interrupted unless the enemy does something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see if this will do it.
Yeah, that combo with the Berserk, that Berserk drop is absolutely, it is
That could be the run.
like it's basically a must-have.
That, we got lucky again. Alright.
All right, now you just need to.
Finish him off with Yes Man. Alright.
I'm so hungry.
In a modern game, that would definitely be an achievement.
Starve.
What the hell?
Skill
That
it.
works for me.
You got to do what you got to do. Once I get a snack, you're mine, cabron. Legs
You're either really honest or really stupid.
Alright. Our wrap up for stage 2. 32 continues. Which, for those keeping track, it was 51 in stage 1 in its entirety. We've got 32.
So we're now at 83 total continues.
And for those of you who might not have seen our previous God Hand streams, the agreement that I made with Wazi is based on how many deaths it takes me to beat God Hand, I will have to donate a certain amount of gift subs to the Toxicure channel. I haven't figured out how it's going to work yet because it's very possible I could have 10,000 deaths, but we will see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, Apathetic
Oh.
Potato followed. What's up, Potato? Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Oh, I should have mentioned how many kills I had. It was 100 something, I think.
It was 174 on that one, yeah.
Cutscene again with the Devas.
right.
He was probably chasing a piece of ass.
Pardon. I had to help this old man with arthritis.
Unbelievable. The first demon with a conscience.
That old guy had no meat on his scrawny bones. And you have any idea how tough meat that old is? Do you? What happened already? Oh yeah, the cabron. You're not gonna be catching him easy. That God Hand's serious business. He's still human, isn't he?
Pathetic. I'd have seduced him and drawn out every last drop of sweet red blood.
All right, Shannon. It's time to invite him to your little show.
I've already sent him an invitation.
I guess Shannon is also like a vampire demon?
Yeah.
Sure. So she's going to be our next antagonist.
Yeah, she's like some sort of like literal succubus as opposed to like life energy. It's just straight up blood.
Sure. Walty says, quite discount Ashley from RE4. I still say she's Demon Paris Hilton. I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, that feels kind of right.
All right, let's see if we got anything good in the shop. We should have new
Yeah,
text.
not Not that you can't afford it. Jeez.
Yeah. Left hook 2. That's
And
definitely
the
worth
pimp
picking
smack.
up. Yeah, we'll look at that one too. Maybe if I have some cash near the end, we'll mess around with some other builds. For folks
Yeah.
who may not have seen God Hand before, one thing that's kind of neat is this game has New Game Plus. You can start the game over. You don't have any money, so you have to either gamble or get money through the arena. But when you start over, it unlocks all the techs, and it gives you a whole bunch of super powerful God ones that are only available on a New Game Plus run. And so you can play through the game on whatever difficulty you beat it, and you can build like a different gene and go through and just sort of smoke everything if you want. It's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Pimp Smack 18. It's slow. Not really good for comboing just by itself, but it'll pop one.
Mm-hmm.
Long Straight 2, 16. Yeah, we'll get that.
Bit of a slow wind down, but
Yeah, I think we can slot it in the same point in the combo that Long Straight 1 is if we still have it, or put it near the end. Right hook 2. Yeah, anything that's a straight upgrade to what we've got is going to be worth getting.
yeah, move pay up, mock speed jab, forearm smash.
Yeah, Mach Speed Jab does a lot of damage in quick succession, but like we talked about for some of the other ones, being animation locked when the enemy guards on hard mode is not useful because they'll just break you back.
Yeah, exactly.
Forearm Smash is a launch, a little bit slow.
That's a good one. Like if you pre-stun them and you don't want to get them into a button mash combo,
For
and you
launch.
just want to get them out of the way. But
Yeah, high side will function the same way if you break someone's guard and just do that, and it's faster. Because you can
Yeah.
break guard and launch, and you don't have to wind up. High cross is a group hitting attack, but it won't launch, I believe.
yeah, it's just a solid AOE.
Spinning Sobat's kind of interesting. It functions like a guard break, but I find it's a little slow because it's got to wind up. It looks pretty stylish, but I think it comes out slower than the overhead guard break. Somersault, air juggle. If you pop people in the air, you can use it to sort of combo them out. Not as useful as the hidden move spinning launch kick I always use. Ooh, guard breaker
exactly.
too. Yes,
Ooh,
please.
guard breaker two's neat.
Because breaking guard is counter damage in addition to them in a stun state. Having a higher damage guard break is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what we got for roulette. Or we could set them. We could set techniques. Left jab 2, straight 2, right hook 2. Instead of back fist strike, let's see what we got. We do left hook 2. It's going to give us a faster combo. And long straight 1 swaps out for long straight 2. You can even put pimp hand at the end. It's more damage than chop. Let's do that for the lulls and see if it impairs the god hand flurry.
Yeah, because we can always swap it back out.
So our combo flow with Gene now goes left jab, straight 2, right hook, left hook, long straight, pimp hand.
And we could theoretically upgrade to the pimp smack later on if this combo works out.
Yeah, we'll see. I think the pimp hand might be a little slow, but if you're in god hand mode, we'll see. If anything, it's funny.
Yeah. Am I looking at chat? Oh god, they're all. Why was he saying long straight 16? Name of your sex tape. Potato's actually impressed by the amount of replay value that this game has. Like, yeah, it's the same stages in the same arena, but there's so many different ways to rebuild how Gene fights. That's where the replayability is.
100%.
Kind of like Diablo.
Yeah, you can play the game however you want when you have access to more tools. And there's some really interesting builds you can do. Like I mentioned earlier on, the drunken moveset's pretty fun. We can probably experiment with that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, roulette techniques. Zen Revival, recovery technique, 2 orbs. That's for wieners. I'm not buying that. Head Slicer is an upgrade to Shockwave as a long-range projectile, but it's a horizontal long-range projectile instead of a vertical. 1-inch punch.
Yeah.
1-inch punch is pretty good.
Like 1-inch punch is crazy good.
Yeah.
Like that 200 attack strength, and yeah, it's only man to man, but like you gotta have at least one man to man.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's considerably better than Kung Fu Samba, because Kung Fu Samba's 180 and I already have it. Maybe we can do that later, because I think 1-inch punch will launch. Kung Fu Samba's a bunch of attacks and I think will stagger, but the one we're looking for here to replace La Bamba is down here, Typhoon Kick, 160.
Yeah, gotta get that.
Yeah.
Oh, right now Wazzy's making dessert and not burning the house down.
Is that a risk whenever she normally tries to make dessert?
Not dessert. Sometimes dinner, but not dessert.
It's good to know. She's on record saying that you're the one who cooks in the house.
Yes.
And I can see why.
Yeah, and I actually enjoy cooking. It's like, I mean, after a long day of work, like, cooking is usually something I just want to do quick so I can eat and relax with Wazzy, but like, when I actually get to like sit down and actually plan out a meal and spend time on it, no, it's great. Love it.
So that's something that we can talk about before we jump back in. Of the things you know how to cook, what's your favorite thing to cook if you have, the time and the resources to do? Like, what's your dish of choice?
I have a pasta sauce that I like to make. I usually don't like making it unless I can get shrimp on sale. I do something that's like close to like almost like a thicker jambalaya or gumbo, and essentially make a pasta sauce out of that.
So red sauce?
Yeah, like a really like a really deep red sauce, lots of chunks, lots of veggies, like usually shrimp, diced chicken, tomato, peppers. If I can find okra, I will fry up okra and throw that in there too. But finding okra up in Canada is actually not easy.
It sounds like you're describing a thick Chiopino.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It sounds good.
Essentially use that like as a pasta sauce.
Hey, Fearful Milk's here. What's up, Milk? I see you in the chat.
Hey, Milk. And they're talking a whole bunch about Naruto in there because they were talking about Fortnite, which led to don't you want to shoot Sasuke? Anime.
Ow. That fat
Another
moron's
cutscene.
no joke.
Gene,
What?
I found this in our room. Here, look.
Isn't this a demon seal? What an evil bitch.
I want you to help those people.
What? Don't you look at me like that.
Well, you do have the God Hand.
All right already, I'll go. But they know we're here now. We need to find a safer place.
Aw, Gene, you're worried about me.
No way. I'm gonna get her back one of these days.
Oh, that Olivia.
Oh, Olivia.
Wazzy says Olivia is the best. If they were to do an actual canonical sequel to this game involving the same characters and same universe, they would have to make multiple playable characters and they'd have to put Olivia in.
Oh, wow.
Like, maybe some sort of plot reason about why she would have possession of the God Hand. Or she or Jean, like maybe they split them up or something, but yeah, I think that'd be fun. Our setting... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
This game.
What was that?
They took the end of...
You're cutting in and out a little bit, Matt.
I think my internet's just being a little bit janky.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hear what you said.
Just saying, radically what they took the somehow. So Olivia got an arm. sound of the stream itself, because I don't know if you.
You're cutting out every few words. I'm getting like little bits, and I can't hear it. I think people on the stream are probably hearing it too. It's probably Discord. You want to try rejoining the call?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay. I didn't realize your avatar just bamps out of existence when you do that.
Oh no, I'm back.
All right, we'll see if that fixes the problem.
Okay, now.
Yeah, it's still cutting out a little bit.
Okay. Kenzai.
Oh, Wazzy says switch to her comp. What we could do is, that's actually a good timing while Matt gets his setup switched over. There's nothing going on the screen. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick, but I will let the thing sit on idle here, and then when Matt comes back, we'll jump back in. So let me do this, and then we'll jump back in. All right. Okay, I see Matt's avatar vanished. What I'll do is I will proceed into the level, and then he should pop back on here in a sec. And I can take a look at the chat and see what you guys have been arguing about. Wazzy says, switch to my comp or should I co-host? You guys were supposed to get 3 people on stream today with both Wazzy and Matt. But Wazzy had to take care of some stuff. But rest assured, at some point, maybe the next session, we'll see how planning works. You will get 3 people on stream, me plus 2 co-hosts, and that's going to be a circus. I guarantee it. But I have no idea what the dynamics would be with 3 of us. We shall see. Alright, while we're waiting for Matt to come back, we'll get into some fights here. The setting has changed from the sort of drab and dark cliff sides that we were at before, and now we're in sort of a adult theme park. Ah.
I believe I'm back.
You didn't miss much. I took a quick restroom break, and we're just getting started on this particular stage. Let's test your audio.
All right, yeah, that's I will chat. I am here. I am talking out loud in such a way that it is easy for you to hear me and understand me.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome.
It sounds like you're on a different mic, but it's not cutting in and out, so that's what matters.
I am on a different mic. I'm on Wazzy's new mic, so I get to upgrade my sound a little bit.
All right. What I was saying before you pop back on is the setting that we're in now is a pretty big contrast from the cliff sides we were on before. We have plenty of jank, if you can see just by panning camera behind Gene. get X-ray vision. That was not what I wanted. What we're going to see in this particular area are variations on the enemy sets. They'll have new costumes and slightly different move sets.
Yeah.
The female ones function pretty similarly. They're basically reskins of the original ones, but they're, you saw it briefly. I think she ran away. There are wrestler versions of the female enemies now. They're dressed in these kind of clown suits with clown hats on, and they are dangerous.
Oh yeah. Well, and yeah, I find that
There she is. Let's pull her away from that. They can throw their hats like a projectile too.
Yeah, luckily they move real slow, so it's actually easy to they at least project decently.
Ooh. And they have a grab move like the regular female enemies, but unlike the smaller ones, which slap Jean to death, the big wrestler type ladies, they will pile driver him. They'll pick him up wrestling style and they'll pile drive him head first.
Oh jeez, I forgot about that move. Because we're coming up to this is the zone with one of my favorite bosses.
I think we'll get there today.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see how long it takes me to beat. That fight's gonna be fun. It'll be very different from everything we've seen so far.
Yeah, because there's just a lot of mechanics in that that just feel functionally a good bit different from like most other fights you have in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Aw. Missed. New demon type here too. I think it's starting from 3 on. I guess we'll see as my luck holds out or doesn't, as it were.
Mm-hmm. And everyone's in the chat's talking about hexagons because they introduced the new NFT profile pictures on Twitter.
Is that what that thing Wazzy tweeted earlier was about? Or retweeted?
Yeah. That now if you can associate your profile picture with an NFT and it'll show in the shape of a hexagon. If anything, it makes it really easy to block people now.
I guess it's good timing that I changed my overlays to have octagons instead of hexagons, eh?
I mean, yeah, you might get accidental association, but I hope most people will be smart enough to not relate.
That they can count the sides on a polygon?
Yeah, I really hope people are able to count the sides on a polygon.
Well, I have high expectations for all of you folks on stream. For the rest of the internet, we'll see. Alright, let's try and pull correctly this time. Oh, come on, there's no way I was in range of that.
Yeah, that was a hitbox jank. That was absolute jank right there.
Bring it on.
Oh, apparently, Starlight's saying no. People are making their profile picture into. They're just making into a hexagon inside a circle and making the rest of it transparent to piss off NFT people.
I like how it's become an internet war over people that are like crypto bros trying to basically just scam on NFTs, and then the rest of the internet just hating on them.
Yeah, just actively just shitting all over them because it's like, and it's what, something like 80% of NFTs are owned by 20% of NFT owners. So, like, it's very much the same idea as like fine art collections or any other sort of like high value
collectathon things. Except this way, except with this, you don't actually own a thing.
Yeah, and I understand there's kind of a spectrum of ways people are using NFTs, but the ones that are the most detestable are the ones that are either like art exploitative or straight up pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that everyone hates. But
exactly.
it's
And
such an interesting shift, you know?
yeah, it's a shift in mentality, and it's a weird one.
Yeah.
Although Wazzy's asking, Raku, do you have stocks?
I do not. I am not an intelligent person when it comes to investments and stuff. My father and brother are investors. My brother's into crypto and other stocks. My dad's an old school trader.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm very much a, like, I have financial advisors at a bank specifically for that kind of thing.
Have you tried talking to them about the idea of NFTs and what they think from like a trained and educated investor background?
That's actually a really good question. I'm almost curious to see like what an everyday like standard finance advisor would say about like say like would it be a good idea for me to go and buy some Bitcoin?
Yeah, and like it's interesting because I asked my dad about NFTs once the kind of concept became really mainstream. And like not from an artist perspective or anything, but just from an investor perspective, I said, like, what do you think about this whole idea of people kind of ripping other people off with NFTs? And he looked at me, he goes, people have been selling snake oil since the Middle Ages. I was like, that's a really good point.
Yeah. It's just a matter of like, no, people have been selling fake and terrible products for ages.
And why do they do it?
That much.
Because it works.
Yeah, because there are gullible people who will buy those terrible products.
Yeah. And on the topic of crypto, because it's an interesting discussion. Again, my father's an old school investor, so he has regular stocks and whatnot. My brother's into crypto, so he's talked to my dad a lot about investments and whatnot. And just to see if he would be interested in getting in on or what his take and temperature is on it. And my dad said, the moment the cashier at the grocery store is telling me I need to get involved in crypto means that the market is too saturated.
Yeah.
Someone who doesn't have an investment background but is seeing, the headlines, people made millions of dollars on Bitcoin or like Doge or things like the AMC or GameStop stock phenomenon on Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah, when it becomes that heavily mainstream, it's just like it's not necessarily viable at that point.
Yeah, but yeah, that's also like something I said that makes a lot of sense too. And it kind of sucks for people that read the headlines and aren't educated in like trading, for example, but they just say, "Hey, you should get Bitcoin." And they put all their money into Bitcoin or like one of those kind of meme currencies because they see the headline and then everything folds and then people are out like their life savings. That's when it sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Or like NFTs is just a solid example of that because it's very much they're like, oh yeah, you get to own this one piece of art. It's like, not really. And to the point that like it's being touted as a physical, as an object that you can then buy, sell, trade on in a barter style for other things. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's it's weird, man.
Yeah, it's just wild. And so that's saying like in comparison to the Snake Oil stuff. Do you mean like the healing crystal and anti-5G cream? I forgot about anti-5G cream.
Yeah, what was it? Is like shungite rocks and other things that cure ailments and everything else.
Yeah. Now, probably my favorite product that actually did what it said it would do, but people didn't realize that it would do it to the effect that it did, was people who were like trying to get like anti-radiation cases for their routers because they're like, oh yeah, it's giving us Wi-Fi, but it's also giving us all of this. It's also giving us all this other radiation. So people were just straight up selling Faraday cages.
Huh.
And people were putting their people are putting their routers in Faraday cages and being like, oh yeah, no, there's no radiation, but my Wi-Fi sucks now. It's like, yeah, no, your product is doing exactly what it said it would.
That's funny. Read the fine print.
Exactly. Oh, you're so close to me to do this.
Come on. Jeez, freaking bastard. All right.
And don't make him warm up. Don't. There we go. Oh.
What I noticed when I was doing that arena fight against the demons, if you go for a low sweep and they either block it or it doesn't knock them down, like knock them off their feet, they have an auto counter, which is like a lateral haymaker they lunge for and do every time. And if you read that and dodge, you can basically get hits. If you don't, you're gonna get clocked every time.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like it's just because you're so used to it being like a viable strategy against most things, and then it doesn't work in that one spot. It's just it's almost like unnecessarily painful.
And that's God Hand. Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
We've got some mooks here sitting there, and I did not pull them correctly, so let's try and reset.
Oh, Apathetic Potato did say that anti-5G cream does work. It prevents you from using 5G if you put it in your phone. I mean, technically, yeah. If you fill your cell phone with 5G cream,
Boring.
it's not gonna be able to use 5G very easily, or much of anything.
That is a good point. In my mind, as you were explaining, I'm thinking that makes a lot of sense, but I could totally foresee someone on a product support line saying, "Hey, I bought some anti-5G cream. My device doesn't work," and the person on the other end saying, "Yeah, that's what you paid for."
Yeah, you got exactly what you wanted. You will no longer have 5G. It is anti-5G.
Can I expect that 5-star rating on Amazon? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. So this first screen in Zone 3, Level 3, is a really good example of wave control because there's a lot of ones that spawn in automatically. But kind of like we saw on the cliffside, it's interesting. That rule of enemies that are triggered by progression always pathing to you wasn't true here. That gate opened and those two stopped when I got out of range. So your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah. Yeah, where the range is just like... Yeah, that's just one of the things that's just... It's fucking wonky. But that's God Hand for you.
Oh, that lady's got a whip. Let's see if we can reset. I think it's possible to not aggro them at the same time because they're sort of staggered.
Yeah, they're staggered-ish, so like if you get in the like perfect sweet spot, but it's almost one of those things that it's just like finding that sweet spot, while not impossible.
Oh boy.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I think they're standing shoulder to shoulder. Let's see if we do this. The guy's almost dead. Oh.
I was gonna say if that didn't kill him. Oh, there we go.
There's the crawling move the female enemies do. I thought for sure a demon spawn was coming.
Oh yeah. And it would have been just so perfectly timed. With you, the one hit away from death.
Yep. Anxiety gang, where you at? Uh-oh. I think the gate opening is a checkpoint. I think. We'll find out.
Yeah, I feel like you're right. That's one way to aggro.
Time for a
Would you like some shade?
Yeah, talk about throwing shade.
Haha. A++.
Ah. Wazzy says, "Please die." That's not very nice, Wazzy.
Yeah, that's mean.
Or do you mean in game?
Oh,
You
in
didn't-
game. Well,
You didn't specify.
Stay mad.
Uh-oh.
oh yeah. Not only is that a checkpoint, but it's put
Right
it
in
throws
front.
you Right,
That's
yeah.
a bad respawn point. Come on. Come on. Right. Fortunately, when the enemies are resetting to their spawn points and their backs are to you, if you hit them, they'll re-aggro.
Yeah.
And the ones that are running back won't. So that's one way to do it if it's like two enemies and they're not super close together.
Yeah. So yeah, because if you accidentally drop kick and hit them both, then you just re-aggro them both.
Yeah, that's why I tend to use the dashing triangle because it's a bit more accurate. I could do the dashing circle. It just looks like, I don't know, I'm thinking of.
I think there might have been I think my eyes might have been deceiving me, but I think I saw an orange back there. I thought
X
it was
is
like
the
close to the
slide.
carousel.
Yeah, I'll backtrack.
Wow.
Yep, you're right. Good eyes.
I love it.
Square is the rolling one. It's a little bit slower and has slower recovery.
Yeah.
So I tend to go with the jump kick because it's faster, a little more accurate.
Well, is he also asking Raku, if you were a furry, what animal would you be?
That's the most random question I got today.
Oh yeah, by a long shot.
I don't know. She's seen what my homeworld race looks like. So probably something like that.
Yeah. I have always closely attributed myself to the majestic moves. Majestic from a distance, kind of dopey up close.
I honestly, well, not having known too much about the scene, can't think of a moose persona that I've seen, but I'm sure it exists.
Oh, it definitely
It has to exist.
That being said, I'm not about to start Googling moose persona. That's not necessarily safe.
You're not on stream, you can do it.
That's true.
Then it's in your search history forever. Or if you're on Wazi's machine, it's on her search history forever.
Oh, good point. I'm on Waz's computer. That's ruined her Google search history.
It's a victimless crime.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, no, they won't be victimless. She'll eventually get her revenge on me. But it's not an if, it's a when.
This particular section is kind of a maze, and we have these spinning blade boxes with mooks inside them. And they're a hazard while they're spinning, and you have to wait till they stop and then hit them in order to clear the obstacle.
Oh, right.
And there is a demon fairy here.
Yeah, so we have a challenge that we can do.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, one thing I was never ever really able to test when I was playing is if the spinning spike boxes act as a hazard for enemies as well.
They do.
I'm pretty sure they do. But...
When you run up on the next archway where the skinny guy and the regular guy are hanging out, if you listen carefully, you can hear the sound of a guy getting launched. And
Oh, nice.
it's because the hazard inside that little maze area is triggering an enemy spawn and killing him off screen before you even get there. So you could lure enemies into that and try and kite around the spinning boxes and bait them into getting hit. But then you have
And
to
just
kind of dance.
Yeah, let the game beat everyone for you, essentially.
just trying to remember. I don't think you can dodge the command grab from the ladies when they slap you. I think you have to hit them out of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got fruit on the board. Oh, these two are back. Look over there.
Bring it on.
I think I forgot those who respawn.
Reset. Get out of here. Ah, there it goes again.
God, that slap move is just rough.
I think it does less damage than some of the bigger enemy instant grab moves, but it's fast and they kind of lunge forward a decent amount, so it's not really a guaranteed evade. You have to be careful with that. And if you're cornered, then you're kind of screwed because you can't dodge it. You have to hit them first and knock them out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know that, yeah, they absolutely kind of tweak around with the hitboxing with that freaking grab move. It's weird because most enemies in this game have a reasonable hitbox when swinging.
Nice.
I think it's kind of interesting from a gameplay perspective that as varied as the movesets Gene gets can be with, you know, punches, kicks, later evades, drunken moves and stuff, there are no grapples. There are no grapple techs. It's all strikes or strike based.
Yeah, that's almost like that's one of those things that, once again, Platinum, if you're listening, the idea of if you did have multiple playable characters and they each had like even different move styles that you can kind of interchange, like that would actually be really, really neat.
Yeah.
Like some more grapple moves. Have one character who's more agile style, one who's more strong style, and then eventually like you can start interchanging them with each other.
You could make a wrestling moveset if you really wanted to. And I think that'd be really neat.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Or just an all acrobatics set would be really neat, where it's like it's mostly flips.
Gotta have an
flips and
RKO.
dodges. Yeah.
You can hear in the back the sound of enemies getting hit,
Oh yeah.
but you never see them. It's kind of weird.
Oh, you can break that box.
Yeah. I didn't want to run up on him.
Ah, fair enough.
'Cause if you don't break the box fast enough, it'll start spinning again, then you take damage.
Berserk card. Yes, that is a good drop.
We will leave that towards the end of the encounter.
Yes. What was he saying? If you were a God Hand enemy, which one would you want to be?
If I was a god hand enemy, excluding bosses, let's assume excluding bosses, which are kind of unique enemies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the ones in different weapons. Too bad there's no polearm enemies. That's my favorite type of weapon to use.
Yeah.
Maybe the swordsman weeb enemies that we will see much later in the game because they're funny.
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah. Oh god, they're good. Because I was just thinking one of the just like the standard dudes with the metal bat. He seems to be living his best life. Like.
One thing we saw on the first screen, I didn't talk about it. I sort of just went through the encounter, but we encountered a new wrestler type, the zebra wrestler guys with the black and white.
Yeah.
They have a slightly different move set than the purple wrestler guys we saw in the last zone. And they're dangerous, and they have a lot of health.
Yeah. Also, A-Dub saying that you missed an orange back there.
Yes, there's a couple on the
Yeah.
board that we're gonna leave in case I need them later.
Yeah, it's honestly a really good call.
All right, where is it? Is it around the corner? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and with us joking that I should go on use his computer to run a search list. Here's just going, no, I'm on so many watch lists. And Sourlight's just like, wait, you don't go incognito? With the reply of Sour, I'm a YouTuber. I'm auto on an FBI watch list.
Incognito mode does nothing. Which is why you should see today's sponsor, NordVPN, for all of your internet security needs. Wish that was me. But it is true. There's nothing hidden about your internet browsing unless you're using a VPN.
Yeah, that's exactly true. Like, I do have a VPN. However, I have not gone for any of the ones that are the classic go-to sponsor ones.
I use Surfshark. They're pretty decent.
CyberGhost for me.
Yeah. All right.
They
So
had a really good deal, and they're not based in a Seven Eyes country, so.
This is the end of the encounter. We
Yeah,
have
'cause-
a zebra guy up top. I can't tell if she's got a whip. Yeah, she does.
yeah, she does.
And these big clown guys are the stage 3 equivalent of the big dudes that we've seen. And they are also dangerous. But before we do that, let's see. There's still more to explore in this particular area, including a ferry. So
Yeah.
leave the God Hand card.
Leave the barrel.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the barrel on the 3 at the end. Now, did I leave an orange way back at the beginning by the carousel?
I believe you did. Because,
Yes.
the orange that was back there.
Okay. We've got one in the maze, and this area is clear.
Yeah, that area is 100% clear at this point.
There's your enemy collateral damage. And,
Oh, yeah.
like I got launched. Okay. So break
And
this.
there we go.
The AI is confusing to me sometimes. Even on level dice, sometimes they just won't block. And they'll let you wail on them, which is something to take advantage of.
Wow.
Alright, you...
Boring.
Yeah, final tall lady.
Oh, come on. It's like the regular male wrestlers. They have tons of hit points.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's almost just that they're a friggin' sponge.
Yeah. And they've got a couple really fast counters that they can hit you with, like that flipping crescent kick she did.
I love it.
Alright. Challenge time. I forget which one this is. We'll see if it's doable. Okay, ring. Three enemies to start. Good place to test out Typhoon Kick.
Oh, very good place.
A lot of damage. Enough to kill the ladies in one hit.
Oh god, that one looks like she just flew clean over the ropes.
Ooh! I was just out of range for the spank prompt.
Oh,
Ah, that's annoying. Alright, hand time.
Yep. Now to get punchy.
First time we've thrown God Hand with the new moveset. It seems decent.
Yeah, it gets the job done.
Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Ah. Let's try to get the yes man there. I missed.
There we go. Oh.
Okay, that's crying state. Ah. I need to go low, I think. Trying to jump kick triggers that counter that they do.
Yeah. What is it saying? Poor clown lady. Everyone's saying it's clown time. Actually, yeah, this perfect time to bust out the Wazzy's clown emoji.
Oh, it's not resetting my health. I forgot about that. Alright.
He resets everything else, just not health.
I'm thinking throw Typhoon Kick on the first and maybe third waves, because there's a yellow card here, so I don't have to worry too much about conserving orbs just for the challenge.
Yeah.
That was a lucky pull. Alright. Oh, he starts asleep?
No.
That's good to know.
Exploit it.
Yeah, he doesn't aggro immediately. I am on a time limit though.
Yeah, so you can't. It's not like you can just sit here and just. You can't wait out the clock on this thing.
Yeah, I need to figure out how many waves there are in the encounter as well.
Yeah, because if it's like a 4-wave, then yeah, there's. You don't have time to. Like just let it happen essentially.
Yeah. I think there's at least one more wave after this.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if there wasn't at least 3 waves.
Stop jumping around, lady. Jesus. Oh, okay. This is a preview of the next level, I think.
Yeah.
Robot version of the wrestlers. Why robot? Why not?
Yeah. Well, if anything, it just makes sense. You don't have to recruit robots into your belt. You just build the robot.
All right. 30K? Wow. All right, that was worth it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's see. Did I leave an orange in the maze? There's the Berserk card. Yeah, okay. It's orange.
You definitely live in orange in the maze. I know you did that.
Should be an orange, a yellow a roulette card, and then a barrel.
Yeah.
Yep, there's that. And the barrel. Where's the barrel? Near the beginning?
Oh no, it's partway through. It's at one of the.
Got it.
Yeah, there we are.
Okay. I want to hit Whip Lady. She's the most dangerous of these three.
And that Aver's just her, and she'll be mostly dead.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Oh, interesting. When they go in the cry state, oh, they can't be taunted till they come out of it, I guess?
Huh.
So I was trying to spam it just to get free meter. Alright, pull you. Think Zebra Guy doesn't come down until you clear out these two. What I'm going to do is do that, try and pull him back, and then get the Berserk card, since getting it will be the last thing in the zone.
And it should be able to.
Don't die on the clown.
Ew.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, that's real bad. Oof.
Okay, done.
Destroy the clowns. Destroy the clowns. Make Pink sad. Oh, there. Yeah, there's Zebra Man.
Is he gonna follow me all the way out? No, I don't think so.
It doesn't look like it. Looks like he has a draw distance.
Is it just me, or did reloading the zone reload the umbrella? Because I'm pretty sure I threw it at the dudes last time.
You did. You did. Absolutely. No. Time to exploit it. Let's grab that umbrella and huck it at Zebra Man.
Let's see if we can get the Berserk card, and then it's up the middle.
Yeah, we should be able to hop up there.
There we go.
And while he's asking who's counting deaths, when the game is beat, it will actually count every single death.
Yeah, we'll get a total number of deaths at the end of each stage, and then when I beat the game at the very end, it'll give a grand total. That's why we're not counting per run per se.
Yeah, because the game's auto counting for us.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, that is the first room of level 3. We're moving on to the Masked Man's Riddle. We're pretty close to the 5, but first we got another good one.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about this fight this early.
Yeah. Also, Sarah saying something interesting happened in Italy. Well, what happened? You can't just say something interesting's happened and not tell us.
Yep. You have to elaborate, Sour Lad. Let me get a cutscene.
Wait, you're not a human, are you?
Alright, who had Big Hairy Gorilla Wrestler Man on their bingo card for today?
I fucking love this boss.
This boss is great.
It's just the right kind of silly. Like,
It's not easy either. Like, that grapple prompt, it's random every time what button prompt it is, and if you guess wrong, he hits you.
yeah.
I hit the button too early.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, this boss is. He is rough, but he's so much fun. Like, he's so incredibly. He fits the theme of God Hand so incredibly well, while being just outside of it in its silliness.
Remember the motto of God Hand, kids. Why not? Note the zipper on his back.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Really? He gets a unique quick time prompt when you stagger him, the Gorilla Suplex.
Shaves off a decent chunk of health.
Okay, what we got? That was triangle.
Right.
I'm surprised I didn't get the pummel while in God Hand.
There we go. And at this point, you could probably just roulette him.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do because when he calls a little dude over, he brings bananas, and if you don't take the little dude out or stun the gorilla, he'll eat the bananas to regain health.
Yeah.
Where is he?
And Gorilla Suplex.
And little dude doesn't despawn, so that's a free health power up. Not too bad. This fight's fun, like you said, but
Yeah.
if you're not careful, he has those grapple moves, which will just do a ton of damage. And Gene says, "What the? He's got a zipper back here." Why not?
Yeah. Oh, Sarla said someone showed the Italian Senate some hentai. That's why Tifa's trending on Twitter today.
Of all the things I expected to hear coming out of news and current events, that was definitely not one of them.
Yeah. Showing the Italian Senate some Tifa porn apparently is a thing that happened.
What's
Like-
the context? Was it like an internet censorship bill or like something like that?
If I remember the story, I remember seeing the article about it. I think it was a matter he had it as a background before setting up a PowerPoint.
Oh. Whoopsie doo.
Yeah. Moral of that story is Always choose a tasteful landscape or a plain color on your professional computer when for a background. Never get weird with it.
I feel like that is a hyper-specific piece of advice, Matt.
Yeah. Well, okay, never get weird with it when it comes to your professional stuff. Isn't that specific?
No. But what was the background is the question.
I mean, someone's seen it.
Is that if Tifa's trending, we're going to assume it was a lewd Tifa picture, maybe?
I'm going to assume it's a lewd Tifa picture.
There's not much of that on the internet. Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, that's a rare one.
Okay, Shannon's Dance School.
I forget if this one has a cutscene right off the bat.
This is a transition area to the Not So Fun House, and that's the 5.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we're
yeah.
pretty close.
Oh, yeah, and the 5 has probably one of the best opening cutscenes of any of the boss fights.
Yeah. Speaking of things you never see coming in this game,
Yeah.
is who's the Kamen Rider guy from Wazu's community? Is that Snake?
I think so.
Is Naked Snake here?
I haven't seen him.
That is a shame.
Oh,
All right.
Sarlet said it was a Zoom bombing. A random person joined the Zoom from the Italian Senate and showed porn. That is, and okay. Always password lock your Zoom meeting. That's the moral of the story.
Internet. That's the internet.
Yep.
The internet
the
and
internet
people
for
that
ya.
don't understand it.
Which is a lot. Like, considering how heavily used the internet is these days, there's a lot of people who really don't get how it works at all.
That's like the most boomer thing I've heard all day, too.
Yeah.
Funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
All right. Real quickly, before I do this, I gotta hurry because that dude's getting beat on. That crate dropped an RPG.
Yes, it did.
And I believe it says throw. You can actually toss it like a projectile. I don't remember what button actually shoots it. So we are going to try and aggro all these dudes into one clump and then see if I do it correctly. It is indeed X. Ah!
Oh, there you go. Oh, of course. No.
It's been a while.
No. I mean, yeah, you were due for a spawn.
So hands. I was trying to smack the demon with the spent RPG.
Well, luckily the spent RPG is still there for you to beat the non-demons with.
Did you notice the pose that Gene struck when he fired it? He went to that kind of low crouching pose, like with his leg out.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a reference to Desperado?
Oh, that might be actually.
You know what I'm
I
talking
wouldn't
about,
put-
right? With the dude with the
Yeah.
rocket launcher guitar case?
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I would not put it past the developers to do that. That is a thing I could absolutely see the developers of this game doing.
All right, get over here. Let's try and pick these fools off one by one.
Oh, for a second I thought you hit him so hard he didn't even aggro. He just
Yeah,
stood there. He's like, well, this is my home now.
I thought he like reset his position outside of range, was gonna sit there. All right.
Yeah.
Ah.
And Waz was asking, aren't you a boomer? When you said that's the most boomer thing I've heard.
I will not confirm or deny.
I mean, fair.
I'm not the one who didn't password lock my Zoom meeting.
Wow.
And also, there's this difference between like a boomer and a boomer. Like,
I kind of separate it from an actual classification and exhibiting boomer behavior.
Yes.
Because you can be someone half my age and exhibit boomer behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could be someone younger than me and exhibit boomer behavior. It's very much you could be boomer is a mood.
It's a mentality. It's a grind set.
It's a way of life. It's not a good one, but it's a way of life. Oh, and Sarah led mentioning the Activision Blizzard deal.
I did hear about that. That's
Yeah.
worth talking about.
Yeah, that is the largest game company purchase deal in history at $68.7 billion.
This $1 million question, quite literally, is what's gonna happen with all the stuff that Blizzard Activision's been in the news for and whatnot. Like, what are they gonna do about it?
They've already confirmed that once the deal is done, Bobby Kotick is gone.
I did hear that.
They flat out confirmed that. I don't know what they're going to do other than that. And Phil Spencer did just recently confirm that they're honoring all current obligations for Activision Blizzard to have games on PlayStation.
Did they confirm if Kotick's getting like a severance?
I don't know. I imagine he is. I imagine he's getting his golden parachute out of there.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think he should.
No. Screw that guy.
Oh yeah, no. He's one of the scummiest execs in gaming, in like history of gaming.
With all of the news that was coming out about like Activision Blizzard and so much of the gaming industry, it almost makes you long for the days when the most sensationalist thing you hear in gaming news was Randy Pitchford leaving a porn-filled drive at medieval times. Remember when that was fun?
I forgot about that, yeah.
And a Critical talked about this recently, which is why it was on my mind. It was full of like squirt porn, and his excuse was he had a magic background, so he wanted to learn how the quote-unquote magic trick was being done. It's like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on.
Oh, that's such a lame duck excuse. That's
Like,
so
come
bad.
on. Just own it. Just own it. It's not the weirdest thing you could be into. Just own it.
And it's not the weirdest thing you could be caught for. Like, it could have been so much worse.
That's back when gaming news was entertaining as opposed to just depressing.
Yeah,
sworn-
like these days it's just like, ugh.
There's a tiki head around here somewhere in this zone. I thought it was here. We'll find it. All right. That's done. Head off to the side.
Yep. Grab an umbrella. Oh, and Sarah saying, yeah, so many games are going to be on Xbox Game Pass now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a large Activision Blizzard library that they can add there.
Time for a little fun.
Personally, what I'm mostly hoping for is Crash Bandicoot 4, because I never got around to playing that.
Boring.
What I think would be interesting, if you're talking about games that are relevant to my interests under like Microsoft, not necessarily related to the acquisition, but I really want another Killer Instinct.
That would be really cool if Rare pumped out another one of those. Because the last one they did was like a free-to-play, but you had to buy all the fighters.
It wasn't initially. It became that later. That game is really fun. I'm going to do some stuff with that on stream eventually. It's really, really good. It's a really good fighting game. As someone who played a ton of Killer Instinct back in the day.
The best part is your stream is so much further behind from what I hear. It's like the instant you made it sound like, oh well, in a couple seconds I'm going to see a demon on the screen.
All right, screw you, buddy. Yep. Because our Discord calls in real time and you're watching the stream on delay, you're basically hearing the auditory cues before you're seeing the visual.
Which is actually, honestly, it adds a different kind of fun.
I didn't want to use meter there, but all right. You have to trigger a switch in order to get through the progress door. And I could have sworn there was someone hidden.
Bring it on.
Maybe not. Alright. That rolling ball move that you'll see the big guy do is their equivalent of the flying headbutt and or the spinning top blade move that the fat ninjas do. And it's slow, but it's got a big hitbox.
Yeah.
And it does a lot of damage.
The one plus side is if they started far enough away from you, it's really projected as well. So it's
Yeah, and it
in
does.
that sense, it's not hard to dodge.
And it has a pretty limited degree of tracking. It's more when they do that when they're either out of range and you're fighting someone else, or you're not paying attention to them, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a big clown cannonball from off screen.
Yeah, you just get walloped out of nowhere. Yeah.
Alright. Hitting the switch triggered the loading door and turned it into one of the little door knocker face thingies, which is what we want. So now we just need to loop around, clear everything out, and then that takes us to the not so fun house, I believe.
Yeah, because this stage isn't like it's not a long transition. I remember that.
Yeah, that's the entire circuit. Maybe I missed the Tiki head. Maybe it was on the previous screen. Oh well. Okay. These mooks spawn in. Got spare orbs on the board, so we're gonna toss Typhoon Kick. Still strong enough to one-shot the ladies and 3/4 shot the big guys.
Yeah.
I should leave. Yeah, zebra guy. Let's see, what do I have? Let's use Kung Fu Samba because we have 2 free orbs in the gold card.
Yeah, exactly. So you might as well
Burn them.
rock it up.
Oh, that's the wrong one, but I was running out of time. I'll burn one here so we can see what it looks like.
Yeah, it's not like we don't. It's not like you don't have the card.
There's Kung Fu Samba. 3 hits. Oh, it does have a launch, I guess.
Go.
Nice.
I was gonna say Demon Spawn, the very last enemy in the stage.
Yeah, that honestly, like,
Great.
there are some points. There's some points that like your luck would absolutely do that.
Oh man. Sour Lad says the Zoom meeting was a live broadcast. Whoopsie doodle.
Oops. Yeah. Oh, and Tyler's also saying isn't Crash 5 happening. I wouldn't shock me actually, because Crash 4 did well enough that 5 would be a reasonable thing for them to make. What would be nice though is a true Spyro the Dragon 4. Not the Spyro the Dragon 4 that we got.
Those are properties that I never really got into back in the day because I didn't have a system that they were on.
Ah, fair enough.
Like, I think I've talked about it before on stream. Probably not when you were around, when I was talking about like my arc of progression from gaming consoles.
Yeah.
And also to show my age, I went from the 8-bit era back in the day, NES, to Super Nintendo, to PS2. That's a big jump.
Oh, yeah, that's a big jump. Yeah, mine was NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, N64, and then I had GameCube and PS2 in the house. And then from there, then the Wii. And then after the Wii, I have owned every console from every generation. Every major console from every generation.
Did you have a Dreamcast?
I wish. That is the one that I wish I had got. I remember when I was a kid, it was right after my birthday, I had a whole pile of birthday money. And I saw a Dreamcast at a Zellers, which is an old Canadian department store that no longer exists. I saw a Dreamcast for $60. Like, it's new in box. And I wanted to get it, and my mom convinced me not to because she's like, you don't need another game console. You already have an N64. And I didn't get it. Instead, I got a Game Shark for the N64, which I broke like a year later.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, like, I really, really regret not getting that Dreamcast. That's one console I've always wanted to go back and re-own, but finding one now is not easy.
I never owned one. Again, going to a PS2 in Earth School, I had a friend of mine who had one, and so we played games like Rival Schools and Techromancer, which no one has ever mentioned to me besides my friends.
Yeah.
And it was cool, but I could definitely see why it's kind of known as the niche system. All right, we're going into the Reckoning, so I'm going to let the cutscene play.
Yes.
Cardan Wild, Joker, One Hard Gangsta, Diamond. You can find me at the club. Have your pet neutered or spayed. Ow, 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 I'm hurt. I mean hurt. Together we are the Magnetic Five.
Douchebags.
That was a lot of puns.
Douchebags.
All right, so now we're fighting the Mad Midget 5, and this fight is going to be difficult.
Oh yeah, like it is crowd control to the extreme, but it's also like it's got just a theme song that absolutely slaps, and like it's just the right kind of goofy, and the localization of getting those puns in is top tier.
Ah, I missed. Let me see if I have a chance to explain before I get pummeled by angry little people. Remember how I mentioned a couple streams ago that one Japanese YouTuber, Enrai Haruka, I think I linked at some point, that did the crazy no-hit run on hard mode? So there's a strategy to this fight, but it requires such precise timing. If you can get all 5 into a sweep and pop them up in front of you, you can drag and kick them to kill them instantly in God Hand mode.
Oh my god, that'd be...
I can't remember if it was the first or second fight that the dude playing did, but it was glorious. It was like kiting, getting him into one good setup, God Hand, roulette card for like an insta kill. It was glorious. It's like, I wish that was me.
Yeah, like, yeah, simply put, yeah, the specific precision required to make that work is just absolutely... It's that kind of stuff. That's like I love seeing that kind of stuff. That's why I like watching like GDQ.
Oh yeah.
It's just to see that level of precision. It's insane that people can pull it off.
This is what peak performance looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh god, there goes my health.
Oh man, oh jeez.
I need something. I need the cherry. The 5 aren't tough individually, but there's so many of them constantly that, like you said, crowd control the fight.
Yeah, it's literally just a matter of it's a constant deluge of like their ranged attacks, the fact that they're constantly doing full swing around you, and there's 3 of them, so it's not like you can go and dodge all 3 at once unless you're insanely lucky.
Yeah. Because they're so quick, throwing roulette is challenging because either the ones in front of you will hit you out of it, the ones behind you will hit you out of it, or the ones shooting stuff from across the arena will hit you out of it.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I forgot to ask, who in the stream had Super Sentai parody on their bingo card?
Yep. Who is prepared for this? Wazzy, you're not included because you've seen me play this fight.
Right. Alright, we got really lucky with a God Hand card pull. Just need to take out a couple of them, and we should be good.
Yeah, you good? Yeah, Making progress on them. You should be able to take out blue relatively easily.
Not if he keeps rolling. Jesus. Oh. Ah, his dizzy prompt wore off. You get stake driver with the little guys, and you basically do an axe kick and spike them straight in the ground.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And
You usually don't have small guys who have enough of a health bar that like that prompt comes up.
I'll demo it with chain yanker. There you go. And you can actually KO them in that state, and they'll just stay in the ground in a KO'd state, which is pretty funny. Oh god.
Come on, blue, just die already, blue. Oh no, there you go. Just red and yellow left. There we go.
Weak against sweeps.
Well, they have a low center of gravity. That makes sense.
Uh-oh. Alright. Alright, I think we're good. And to finish... Oh, I should have left him. Alright. And we get another cutscene.
Formation! See! Next time we'll deal you a killer hand. Yee-hee.
Keep on rolling. Nice.
And that's the Mad Midget 5. We will see them again later.
I have so much love for that fight. It, like you said, it's a tough fight, but it's a really fun one, and the music is just great. Like, it's so good.
And you might be asking yourself, how could they make a crowd control fight like that even worse or more challenging without drastically changing it? And the answer is one word. Lightsabers.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because you didn't kill those guys. That's an important thing to remember. They are not dead.
Nope. Alright. Now we have a mini game. For those watching at home, did you have rhythm game on your bingo card? This is basically Simon. I need to match the uh-oh.
You match the rhythm as well as the buttons.
Yeah, specifically the buttons. Should be almost there. Uh-oh. Oh, come on!
Oh.
Alright, there we go. And I do take damage for whiffing that.
You take your lumps.
Yep, my reward is dude with bat.
I feel like the fight on this mast is a real big missed opportunity for you to like have some sort of extra move to kick them off into the water.
I think you can. The reason why I wasn't doing that was because I wanted his bat.
That makes sense.
I think when you're on the mast itself, you can knock him off. But when you're on the boat, actually we can try it. Yeah, I don't think it pops him up enough. Jeez, I'm gonna die. Uh-oh. There's a little guy hidden in the barrel. I forgot about that.
Accidental crowd control time.
But I don't have to do the rhythm game again.
Yeah.
See if I can guard break the guy. I'll try and kick him in the water. Oh, no, I can't change directions. Maybe I was wrong. I can't, like, change my angle to kick him sideways.
Yeah.
I think it treats it like a corridor. All right, where's that little?
Yeah, like
sucker
an
thing?
extra thin corridor.
Yeah. Is it here? This one? Nope, not that one. That one. I think there's more than one. Yeah, you could pop him off that side and hit him in the water.
Yeah.
Ah, there's another one. Out here. Okay. The chest gives us new... Oh no, not a technique. That's a key. Where are all these dudes hidden in crates and barrels? Nobody knows. Alright, this is a technique, I think. 100 fists. Alright, let's take a look at that.
Nice.
100 fists is our second 2-orb technique we've picked up besides Dragon Kick. That is man-to-man, I believe. So let's see what the damage is. I'm going to get rid of Shockwave since I never use it, especially not with Chain Yanker. 100 Fists, man-to-man strength 500. Dragon Kick is 400? Yeah, essentially it's an upgrade to Dragon Kick, but Dragon Kick still looks cool, so I'm keeping it on. That is exactly what it sounds like. You basically go up and Star Platinum, punch flurry enemies. It's pretty cool.
Give them the good old aura.
I love it. Nice.
All right.
I love it.
This area is sort of like a little power-up fountain. Good place to replenish your health after the 5. It's the least they could do.
Awesome. Great. Great.
All right. The key unlocks progression into the next zone, and there is... Yeah, okay. Fat ninjas.
All right.
And there's no way to avoid fighting these two at the same time. So you kind of just have to do it.
Yeah, you just kind of have to make do with it. Luckily, it almost feels like, well, again, you're kind of like swinging straight through their health. It does help that you swung a bat for one of them. But...
Yeah, I kind of forgot they were there. Otherwise, I would have saved the durability on the bat. Ooh, all right. Uh-oh. Come on.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to use Typhoon Kick, but they were out of range. Where's it going to stick me?
Ah, dang it.
I think it's going to stick me back on... Yep. All right. I should have just burned an orb. I was trying to conserve resources. I should have just burned an orb. All right, whatever.
That's all right. There you go. Get it a little bit. Uh-oh. Oof.
I got lucky with the
dodge
power-up
on the
drops,
first one.
too. We'll see if I still get the same power-ups. I don't think it's set when you're on the boat. I think it's random. The little guys in the barrels are set, but the actual goodies you get are not, I believe.
Yeah, I don't believe there is any set power-ups in any of the crates, if I'm not mistaken.
Because God Hand is not that nice.
Yeah, like, theoretically, RNG-wise, you can make it through the entire game and actually never see some of the power-ups.
Alright, I'll leave the bat there. And I'll grab it and take it with me to go fight the ninjas.
Yeah. Luckily, The little guy bounces nicely. It's easy to.
Yeah, in fact, this is the first time we've seen this version of the little guy enemies, I believe. This is their intro. They function a lot like the ones we've seen so far, but they can kind of jump and slash at you with their weapons. They're a little more dangerous, but still susceptible to sweeps, like you're saying.
Exactly. It's just more about having claws doesn't make your center of gravity any higher.
Wow.
I think we'll see a couple more variations on that enemy type throughout the game.
Yeah, but there's not too many variations left, if I remember correctly.
No. The most amusing variations, obviously, the 5.
Yeah.
That arena fight sucks. Oh, you jumped in the water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Am I hallucinating, or do I have 2 bikini cards on the map at once?
Wow.
I think you do. Yeah, you do.
Oh,
Dang.
free money.
Wow.
1,000 a pop.
Yeah.
I have so much money.
Yeah, like you're not hurting for cash. But then again, it's hard mode, and it's a simple matter of the sheer providence of having level die means that you're going to make a ton of cash every stage that you finish.
Yeah, like you said before, I'll be able to get whatever I want, most likely. Some of the later power-ups will kind of tax my cash stock a little, but not until the very end, when you start having techs that are like 32,000 each and stuff like that.
Yeah, and in those cases, usually you're only going to be picking up 2 tops anyway.
Now, I remember you mentioned when we were playing this before that you got about 4/5 of the way through the game. Do you remember how far what the last level you played was? Because I realized before that I might be spoiling stuff that you haven't seen.
Let's see, I made it past the last time you fight Elvis for sure. I'm pretty sure I made it past Shannon.
Okay.
I love it.
I definitely did not make it to the Devil Hand.
Okay, because you fight Devil Hand more than once. He's actually in the level after this, on the crab.
Oh, okay. No, it was the first one. I never finished fighting him. I never got the final fight with him.
Okay, that's right before the final boss. There's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, like it was a good chunk of the way through. I didn't make it close to the final stage. I remember that with absolute certainty.
Because I remember when we were talking before, I referenced the flying pyramid, and it didn't occur to me that you might not have seen that. Did you see the flying pyramid?
I've seen other folks play it. I haven't gotten there myself.
Okay, because the boss of that area is the Great Sensei, and that fight's gonna suck.
Oh boy.
Alright. So now we have a path ahead. I think we're actually gonna get to Shannon. She's coming up in, I think, the next zone. Next level.
Yeah.
And
That sounds right. Because you face off against her before you finish off Elvis for sure.
yeah. Yes. It looks like it does respawn the umbrellas.
Oh, nice.
We got two lanky dudes.
Sometimes you just need 2 big guys.
Yeah. That's a
Oh,
quote,
no,
Matt.
okay, then you
Don't
probably-
take that out of
you haven't
context.
You haven't seen that meme. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I have not. It's still a funny.
See if I can
funny
find
quote.
it.
You know what? This is the last stage before it transitions off.
Oh, so there's 2 men, not 2 big men. Yes.
You want to send it to me in Discord?
Yes. Once. computer decides to agree with me.
This next area is called Puppy Kingdom, and it is exactly that. This is not a combat zone. There's just a bunch of poison chihuahuas running around. Maybe this is where the
Yeah.
teacher's head is located. There it is. Alright, it wasn't crazy. Pop this one. I'll pull up Discord. Whoa.
There you go.
Okay. I'll leave that there for a sec.
That is a win of a drop.
2 men. Let's see if I can actually...
Yeah, I didn't grab the...
I can't read the text. Hold on.
I'll see if I can find a better res one. Sometimes all you need is 2 men. Or Furry will do what you want.
That is quite the marketing.
Yeah, sometimes all you need is 2 men. They are friends, they are burly, they will do what you want. Also, Sarah asking if we ever participate in McDonald's Monopoly games.
You know what's funny? That my local grocery store where I live, every time it comes up, they always include the little past things that you play whenever the game is going.
Yeah.
And I end up with a stack of them. But you have to go onto a website to check the redeems, and then if you win something good, you have to enter a bunch of information. I never bother.
Yeah.
Which means I could have won $50 million or something, and I'm too lazy.
Oh yeah, I've done that so many times. Like, I don't really care for the, like, oh, did I collect all the pieces? Did I win that? Cool. Like, I'm a bit old school in that sense as well, where it's just like, no, if I had Park Place and Boardwalk, yeah, I won, like, a good chunk of cash.
Yeah, it just seemed like more trouble than it was worth.
Oh yeah.
Alright, that's 2,000. This is also like a power-up area. And the little tag thing here says, held hostage by poison chihuahuas. Sucks to be him.
And boy, howdy does it.
Stage 3, Shannon's show. It is boss fight time. Also, feel free to let me know when your curfew is up, Matt.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still good to go for a little while.
Okay, because we're making pretty good progress today. We beat level 2, or this is the last part of level 3. Level 4 is the crab. And there's some fun fights there, including Devil Hand at the very end. And now we got a cutscene.
And now for our special guest. This should prove to be a wonderful show.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I'm no one's toy. But if you're after a playmate, I know this one girl.
You just don't understand women. There can never be 2 queens. Looks like this dog can be trained after all.
The only bitch that needs training is you.
So you're gonna train me, huh? First man I've met who's ever said that.
Really? I figured a girl like you'd hear that all the time.
Alright, who had demonic pole dancing on their bingo card for today?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, I mean, after first meeting Shannon in the cutscene, this feels like the logical place for it to continue.
Yeah, it's not like it's a surprise thematically.
Yeah.
So, Shannon's moveset is very similar to the female enemies, which makes sense. But with that wand of hers, she has a whole bunch of AoE moves and moves she can do that kind of ignore her being hit. And so
Yeah.
she'll go into kind of that stance with it raised high, even if you're in mid combo sometimes, and then it'll go off. So you have to kind of pay attention to what she's doing. And she has a ton of projectiles, which is why you never want to let her get a distance. Otherwise, she'll turn Jean into a chihuahua. And all you can do is run and bark, and she has a couple moves that'll do a ton of damage. Oh, come on, really? I think I need to backflip it.
Yeah, I think the other one's a...
And she'll taunt you. Oh, come on. The best way to deal with Shannon is stay in her face and keep hitting her, and then back off when she goes for the counters like that big burst.
Yeah.
I think she's easier than Elvis. You just have to kind of pay attention and not let her get distance. She'll zone you out with projectiles.
Yeah, precisely that, where it's just more a matter of like, yeah, the instant you let her get a range, it's either like you're done.
I think it's really funny that she's got a demonic tramp stamp too, because of course she does.
Yeah, why wouldn't she? There we go.
You may have
Halfway
noticed
down.
that there is a cage in the middle. Ah, I should have just gone in again. With a bunch of power-ups. That's an encounter you can go in and get them, but then it triggers a fight. But I can't remember what fight it is, so maybe we can go in there and see.
Yeah, it won't hurt to find out kind of thing.
Well, I have orbs, so I can technically afford to burn some. Yeah, the twirling move and the big burst, when she goes into those, cannot be... She can't be staggered out of it, which is why I keep
Can't be staggered or
backflipping.
interrupted, yeah.
Yep. Which is the first major enemy type you run into that does that.
Unfortunately, if I remember correctly, that becomes a common theme among bigger enemies.
Yeah, well, some of the later ones don't even block.
Yeah.
Alright, let me trigger this. Got... Oh boy, 2 wrestlers. A male and female. That might not actually be worth it.
Yeah, especially because you're going into this with as many resources as you do have.
Yeah. There is a gold chest in there, though. I'm kind of curious to see if there's a tech in there. I've never looked. Maybe I'll do a suicide run here just to see what's in it.
Yeah.
Because a tech would be good, and I think if I get it and die, I still get the tech. Let's see. High snap kick. Oh, that's not worth it. That's not even a tech I use. All right, let's do this. We take out one, we go man to man with the other one. Build meter.
Yeah.
Come on. That works.
Go. Load that meter right up.
I don't know if there's another wave after this. We'll see. It's also interesting that Shannon doesn't pot shot you when you're doing this.
Yeah,
oh
she
no!
just watches.
Oh no! 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 I take it back. Oh god! All right. There's a bikini card in here, so I guess I don't have to worry too much about meter.
Yeah, you might as well Because yeah, with a demon spawn, that's you gotta kind of
Wow.
counteract that poor luck.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh fuck. Oh boy. Oh
All right.
jeez.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Let me see. Grab
Thank goodness
that.
for strawberries. I do appreciate that the projectiles show up on the radar on the top right.
Yeah, that is interesting. Alright, I'm trying to get all the power-ups, because if I don't get them here, if I actually beat the encounter, they'll go away. And now my dog. Oh, you can dodge. Alright. Throw hand. Actually, I haven't done any damage to her yet. Let's do this. The test.
Yeah, it's good.
100 fists.
Well, God-handed.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this before because it hasn't really come up, but roulette moves do more damage if you throw them all in God Hand mode.
Yeah, because yeah, your general hits do a little bit more damage as well. Like, it's not just that you get to infinite combo.
Yeah, alright, so that's the encounter in the middle. Not really worth it in my opinion.
Yeah, like you're not gonna get your value out of it. Unless your drops are crazy good, you're not gonna get your value out of it.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Tried to hit her. Didn't work.
Dang it. Well, more deaths for the death machine.
I feel like stage 3 is shorter than 2. It seems like it's shorter. So we'll see if the death count is lower. Ooh. Got kicks.
Yeah, she just loves spamming that spin move.
One of her lines when you make her mad, she yells harder because of course.
Well, yeah, it's this game. It's not shocking that she's gonna say harder.
If this game was made now, she'd call you daddy too.
Oh, definitely. Platinum, once again, if you're listening, and you're making a God Hand too.
All this material's free.
Yeah, this is free. The only thing I would ask for in return is if I ever meet you in person, I get a crisp high five.
I should have asked Kamiya when I got a chance to meet him if he would ever make a God Hand sequel. I don't know if he would have understood me because I don't know how much English he actually understands. He didn't work on this one, but I would have been curious to see what he thought about it. 'Cause I feel like some of the sensibilities for like the over-the-top nature of an action game went into Bayonetta.
Oh, absolutely. Like, without a doubt, that Bayonetta got a lot of strong, a lot of strong influences from games not dissimilar to this.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can end it with God Hand.
Yeah, the only real difference between that Bayonetta leaned not as hard on the comedy portion.
Yeah. All right. There she goes.
I have never been so embarrassed.
I know. I always seem to exceed women's expectations.
You certainly exceeded mine.
Ah, yes. Another satisfied customer.
This is farewell for now. Next time, you won't be disappointed.
A bus?
A bus? Wazzy, I see Wazzy in chat that he said a bad word. Who's she talking to? Is she talking to me?
Oh, no, that was Jean at the start of the fight.
Oh.
And only 14 deaths.
Yeah, that stage is definitely shorter. I thought the
Yeah.
Mad Midget 5 fight would have taken a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think it was just more a matter of the fact that you were just like, screw it, just drop as many orbs as you need to get it done. Like,
Yeah, investing in Typhoon Kick was helpful there. All right.
Oh, yeah.
More Davis.
Shannon, it seems you failed us as well.
Don't talk to her like that.
Remember who's in charge.
I won't make excuses. You just have to let me finish what I've started.
We want him alive.
I'll do it.
Shut up, human! You think we'd let filth like you screw this up?
Elvis, shut up. Just let me make that man my slave.
Enough. I'm going to try Dr. Ion.
Okay? You're gonna use a cheap tin can for this?
If Dr. Ion can capture the God Hand, he can take your place in the Four Devas.
If you replaced me with that stupid toy, these meetings won't go any smoother.
Sometimes I think all we do is hold these ridiculous meetings.
Pitiful. I'm gonna do this my way.
Sourlad says the Isekai bus. Pretty much.
yeah, it's the bus that comes out of nowhere and takes you to another dimension, where you're reincarnated as something weird.
Like a man in a gorilla suit.
Yes.
All right, let's see what we got in the shop. Ooh, uppercut 2. That'll be a direct upgrade. Ha! Now we've got really pay up. Pay up? Really pay up. I think the next one switches hands.
Yeah.
Elbow spin? This is like the one that breaks guard, but it doesn't break guard. It's just hits. Kind of dangerous because you'll get animation lock like the other ones. Same thing with Sugar Gene combo.
Yeah.
Whoa, a lot of new kicks. Elbow Vortex. This doesn't have special properties. I could have sworn one of these was like a guard break.
Oh, yeah, this one's a triple hit, so it's a long animation, but it hits 3 times. The trick is, once again, if the enemy's guarding, like they do in hard mode.
Yeah, then you get countered.
Yeah.
Low kick.
Like, those kind of ones, those are the kind of attacks that are actually really good against enemies that they don't stagger, but they also don't guard. Because then you're guaranteed to get all 3 hits in. And it's not like you're going to be staggering them anyway, so you might as well...
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those, if you time it right, it's good.
Yeah, as long as you can weigh the commitment against the damage.
Yeah.
High side is going to be an upgrade to regular side, so we want that. Hand plant kick. I can't remember if this is the one that counts as a high evade. I don't think it's this one. There's another one that looks kind of like that where he ducks low and then kicks him in the air.
Yeah.
Looks cool. Double snap. More juggles. Triple side is like the kick version of those punch combos we saw. Yeah, it looks cool. Charge punch. Okay.
And so many of these moves just have just like, yeah, like you're saying, just like unmitigated style. Like it's.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about the movesets that they have here. It's a mix of function and style. So if you wanted to create a really wacky set of moves that still function, or you want to make it challenging and have a bunch of really weird like evasion and stuff like that, you could do it.
Yeah, like theoretically right now, if you really wanted to, you could combo Pimp Hand, Pay Up, Pimp Smack, really Pay Up, and then 2 other moves. So it's literally just alternating smacks.
Yeah, I was talking about that last time. If you buy all the pimp moves, it's like Pimp Smack, Pay Up, really Pay Up now, and there might be one more, and the last 2, one breaks guard and one launches. So you could have Smack, 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 guard break, launch.
Yeah.
And it's basically a flurry of slaps because, of course.
I mean, once again, why not?
Picked up chin music at some point, and then I don't think we looked at Fist of Justice. It's like a punch charge move instead of like the uppercut charge punch. There's high side too. We'll put that on triangle.
Yeah, I think it was triangle you had that on.
Drunken Fist. High snap. Now some of these I picked up from probably demon drops and I just never realized it.
Oh, almost definitely.
Yeah, high side too.
You just picked up a stack of moves from demons.
Yeah, I have it on X. Right roundhouse. This is basically a free slot. I never use this one because it's inferior to the high side because it won't launch.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's anything fun we can put on here. Usually I'll do reverse sweep, just because it's good to have like a low thing on demand instead of doing the bob cancel one. But
Yeah.
let's see. The problem is I don't really do a whole lot. Oh, I forgot to put guard breaker 2 on. Whoops. Let's see what else we got. There will be something to put on triangle later on demand.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't see anything now. Well, we'll leave it open and just see what we pick up. We can slot something in later.
Yeah.
In roulette techniques, we've got Divine Smash 2 and God Stomp 2, which are upgrades to the basic ones you start with. I don't think they're really going to be that useful.
Yeah, in comparison to other ones you've already picked up, like
Typhoon or this
or
one might
Under
be
Fists.
Yeah, this one might be stronger than Samba, but not super necessary.
Exactly.
Power-ups. Yeah, we're gonna buy whatever they got here and another roulette orb. Hallelujah. That gives us 4.
Yeah, that puts you up to 4, and that is such a huge win.
Yeah, and what's interesting on hard mode, in normal and easy, the total amount of orbs you can unlock is 6, I believe. I know for easy for sure, and most likely normal. In hard, you can get 5. Because you can't get 2 of the super roulette move you get towards the end of the game. You can only use it once on hard.
Oh, right.
So we'll see 5. I'll get it as soon as it's unlocked. But I think that's an interesting change to the modes. They're not going to give you anything for free in God Hand. Oh no.
Oh, no, never.
Alright, Kilo Crab.
Why is it that every woman I know is trying to make me her pet?
Isn't it because you're a little puppy? You know I like dogs.
I gotta go.
That's perfect. Since you're going out, I'd like you to destroy this mobile fort for me.
Hey now, you should do your own dirty work.
I checked it out. They're using the fort to dig up some sort of evil.
Checked it out. Listen, do me a favor. Stay here and be a good girl. What?
I knew you cared about me.
You're crazy.
Oh, that Olivia.
Oh, Olivia.
Alright, so who had giant enemy crab on their bingo card?
Heck is weak point for massive damage.
I cannot remember if that meme came out before or after this game.
It would have been after, because it came out. It was a joke for a PS3 game.
Okay.
mind you, like a launch PS3 game. I believe it's Tale of Genji, but because they're making the joke, it's like, oh yeah, this is a game that's heavily steeped in like ancient Japan and history. Here's this giant enemy crab.
God Hand's influence is felt across generations.
It will never be forgotten.
It's really that was an unironic statement. God Hand is pretty influential in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, it did things that no other games have done since.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's just like it's absolutely influenced the stylization of a lot of different like brawlers.
Yeah, I think so. And the kind of over the top, self-aware, what we'd see in a lot of character action games, in addition to kind of brawlers. What I think of at the time, just when I played this, for character action games, you think of things like DMC and God of War, right?
Yeah.
Those games, maybe less so with DMC 3, but before that, the games are really serious. You know, God Hand's pretty dark and edgy. DMC, up until 3, is pretty dark and edgy.
Yeah.
And then you get God
Like-
Hand, where you spank demons.
Yeah, where you get goofy about it.
Yeah,
Like-
tonally for games in the action genre, there wasn't really much I could think of that was like that at the time.
Yeah, like outside of other stuff that Clover was already making. Like the only other side-scrolling beat 'em ups I could think of that was like truly silly was Beautiful Joe. Which was Studio Clover's like their biggest hit, and what honestly allowed them to stick open and with Capcom for as long as they did.
Man, that hurt. What I've seen from interviews with Mikami, who directed this game, he basically said, I have an idea for a game that I want to make.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make it. Because he had been burnt out doing, I think, RE for a long time.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to make a game that I want to make. I don't care if it's stupid. I don't care if it's successful. But it's going to have the sensibilities I want. And I'm going to make it. And that's how you get God Hand, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying Earthworm Jim. Earthworm Jim was definitely not Studio Clover, but that's it. Oh, I guess, yeah, for a game that had like genuine goofiness. But it was a generation before that. It was a couple generations before, because that was like Genesis, Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I feel like the older generations, you would see kind of that level of goofiness and kind of unconventional ideas in the earlier generations. But if we're talking like peak of PS2 era, I can't think of a whole lot that really kind of changed the formula aesthetics. Outside of the genre, you saw things like Katamari Damacy. Can't really say there was much like that before that game came out, and that was around this time.
Yeah. And Katamari Damacy is also one of those ones that it's become so massively influential from the style that it put out there.
Yeah, and the series kind of fell off.
Yeah, it fell off into a mobile game and a remaster of the original game on the Xbox One and PS4. But yeah, like action game wise, I'm trying to think of even other like PS2 action ones. I'm thinking like Onimusha. And
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, DMC. Or DMC, the first game was like the closest it got to comedy is the fact that it was extremely campy.
I really liked Onimusha. I played the third one a lot. That's the one that had Genre No in it, right? Oh, come on!
Yeah. The third one was Genre Now, yeah.
I never played the fourth one. That's Capcom property, right? I'm kind of surprised they haven't gone
Onimusha
for...
was it.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to bring it back.
The closest they got is they put out a remaster of the original on on last generation.
Sour Lad says, "Night, everyone. Had fun with God Hand." Hey, Sour Lad. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by and watching the fists.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by and joining in on coming up to just short of 3 hours already. Jeez. Woo.
This game just causes time to pass differently. compared to everything else I've done on stream, this is the one where I look at how much time has gone by and I don't realize it's been that long.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those games that just absorbs you. Like there's very few games that can really do that.
Well, like I was telling Wazzy earlier when we were trying to plan out stuff and she told me she wasn't going to be able to make it. I said that for this game specifically, it's a lot more fun to stream when there's someone else to talk to because you can either talk about stuff that's going on in the game, talk about stuff related to the game itself, or things from this era of gaming. It's just a good conversation conduit.
Yeah.
That lends itself well to streaming, which is why I'm glad you guys like to come on and co-host.
And honestly, it's just like it is a joy to watch this game be played. Honestly, this is one of those games that's just so much fun to watch.
Well, yeah, that's because it's Schadenfreude the game.
Yeah.
If you're watching it.
Yeah, exactly. Although I think on that note, right around here might be a good. Actually, yeah, we'll do one more stage, and then at the end of this stage, I think that's the point where I might have to bid you adieu.
Okay, that's good because a couple more levels into the Kilo Crab, we have the second Stooges fight, and then it's Devil Hand at the end. So
yeah.
That'd be much better to save for the next session when we can devote what I assume is going to be a lot of time to one of hard sections.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, and we can see what a blue demon looks like. And of course I pulled the wrong one. I'm gonna try and kill this fool before he kills me. Basically, the blue and red demons behave kind of like the purple ones, but just like Regenerators from RE, the Iron Maidens, they have spikes that pop out and they will kill you in one hit if you're not careful. It does so much damage.
Like right there, how you ate the banana and it instantaneously removed the banana from one shot.
Yep.
Like it is ridiculous how much damage that does.
Yeah, I'm boned there. If you can fight them out in the open with no interference, they're not too bad, but you gotta pay attention to the tells for the spikes because it's kind of like a unique move that doesn't give hit stun to Jean. Instead, it just hits a bunch of times and it does a buttload of damage and tanks your life bar. And none of the other demons do that.
Yeah. Like there's one demon that you just pulled. It's not gonna do that.
I realized something. I haven't been running the run ended thing for like 2 levels now. Admittedly, okay. I think I've maybe died 2 or 3 times to demons, but yeah, that's my bad.
That's so good.
I really wish there was a way for me to give you guys control of that, so that you could like hit the button while I'm streaming. I got tech for that. Forearm Smash.
Very nice. Go.
Like we saw kind of hint in the earlier Pixie challenge. Main enemy types, in addition to some varieties on the standard goons, are robot versions of the goons that function kind of like the medium to heavy enemies. They're not pushovers. And they can also self-destruct and explode and cause a lot of damage. Let's see. Don't think I can aggro one of these 2. Oh, I can. That's lucky.
Nice.
This is self-destruct. You have a few seconds after they trigger it to either kill them, knock them out, or get out of the way.
Yeah.
And that's a bad spot to be in.
Oh, there's a real bad spot to be in. You got kind of a...
Oh, and there's more. We will go hand for this one.
Go.
These red ones are the wrestler equivalents we saw in the challenge thing. Oof.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, come on. Oh, I forgot they have that flying tackle move. They T-pose, and they fly forward and deal a ton of damage. I think you have to backflip it.
Yeah. Quite legitimately T-posing for dominance.
God Hand's ahead of its time.
Yep.
Ah, animation locked. Tried to dodge cancel.
Pants.
Try that again.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Once more with feeling.
You can see in the background there's trap villagers and these glass canister things. It's never explained what they're doing to them. Just
Yeah, like
things.
it's one of those like, why?
Why not? Motto of God Hand.
Yep.
Well, we can backflip that. That's good to know.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I guarantee that's gonna come in handy later.
Health, health. Oh, health.
Help!
Ah. I kind of wish I saved on the screen before. Then we could have called it there. But I think I'm 2 screens away.
No, you did save.
Did I?
Well, okay, no, you saved it at the end of last level.
Yeah, I didn't save at the transition between the first screen and this one. I just clicked through it. But if for some reason I get stonewalled here, then I can always just do that section again. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Time for a little fun.
I'll give it a couple more runs and then we'll wrap up. Because I need to eat dinner.
Yes. And I don't want to keep you from that.
Alright. You're done. Okay, that brings these two over here. Oh, yeah. Thought he was dead. He was not dead.
His liveliness is grossly underestimated.
Alright. Oh boy! Well, I'm being swarmed.
He's just getting absolutely surrounded.
Wow.
Surrounding plus demon plus.
It's gonna drain most of my resources. And I thought for sure the demon had teleported in front of me so I could hit him with the typhoon. That, in fact, did not happen. How much life? Oh man, and the guy's still aggroed? Yeah, I might be boned again.
Yeah, you're having
He's almost
more
dead,
than
though.
a rough time.
Alright, you're done. Maybe I need to sidestep instead of backflipping the T-pose move.
Yeah, because I think sidestep you might actually be able to dodge it in that sense.
Sloppy.
There we go.
Didn't get the launch. Ah, man. And let's grab.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oof.
I do like how they start you right inside the door, right next to an enemy. Kind of wanted to
It's
see
like,
if he aggro, and he does immediately.
Yeah, he immediately just looks. He's like, "Hey, look, whap."
All right.
Yeah, like the one plus side is at the very least for the first two enemies you have a link with them.
Yeah, the tricky thing is the two mooks here aggro right after you kill the first lady enemy. But
Yeah.
I also didn't realize that they have stun wands. I should be using those. That would make this other part a little bit easier. Unless I get hit. Come on. Come on, game. Give me a freaking break. I need those bananas.
Provide banana. Potassium for stamina.
That was the counter. Counter on sweep. Even if they get hit, they do it. That's right. You know what? Should not take this much effort just to clear a second screen. Got Pimp Smack. There we go. Okay. Stage 4 is kissing a hot chick. We will save that for next time.
Yeah, that'll be next time. But we made it.
Yes,
Made
I'd
some
say
decent progress.
Yeah, so if we look at our
Very
map,
decent.
there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8 in total stages, and we cleared 2 on today's
'cause
stream.
We got what half? We did half of 2 and all of 3 in a single stream. That's really good.
Yeah, admittedly, I think 3 is shorter compared to the first 2, but there's a lot.
Pretty shorter, but it's boss heavy is the trick, and the fact that you're able to, because I think you only died on the gorilla like once, and the Mad Midget 5 only like twice.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get stalled on the 5. It's okay. The second version is gonna be more trouble.
Oh, absolutely. Like the first shot, it was just a matter of you had good drops. It was very much RNG was in your favor.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, pretty good progression. The game will continue to get harder. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get away with like a 14 death stage like stage 3. Especially since this one, the Kilo Crab, is the first Devil Hand encounter later on, and the Stooges.
Yeah.
Stooges first, then Devil Hand.
Yeah, so you have Mad Midget 5, Stooges, and Devil Hand in this stage. Yeah, it's not gonna be a fun time.
The 5 aren't here. They're a little bit later.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, the 5 are post Devil Hand. I forgot.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, it was all 3 of those in stage 4. Yeah, stage 4. Yeah, that's everyone's stall.
Yeah, but good. We'll go ahead and wrap up here. Once again, thanks to all the folks who stopped by. A ton of people followed, so much thanks to all the folks who popped in. Also, special thanks to Matt once again for jumping on and co-hosting. It was great conversation, and again, the time flew by.
Yeah, like we didn't even realize that we broke 3 hours of streaming, because like this game has been a ton of fun, and it's always a blast coming and joining you.
I absolutely agree. I'm going to attempt to raid someone. I forgot to do that last time. Let me see if there's anybody online, and then we will jump over to them. If not, let's see. The Prince is still streaming. Prince Lemon is doing, I think, a subathon. He's going basically marathon mode in Smash Brothers. So I think I'm going to have us crash his party, and we'll go show some support.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So if I understand this correctly, I just have to click a channel to raid and then start raid.
Yeah, you click channel and start raid, or in your chat you can type /raid and then the username.
Okay, and then I can pull the stream via OBS once the raid clicks over, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do that, and then we will end things. So I'll catch you guys later in the next stream, and let's go bother the prince.
Yeah, have a good night, folks.